Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Luisa Maua, and if you're new here, karibu tena sana. And to my returning subscriber, thank you so much for always supporting this channel. I really appreciate. I don't take it for granted. And for those who have not subscribed, please, there's a red subscription box down there. It is absolutely free of charge. Nobody is going to charge you anything for subscribing. Please go and click on that subscription box and you're going to be subscribed on this channel so that you don't miss any amazing videos. And also just right beside it there's a bell. Just press it and you will be notified every time that I post a new video. Yes, so guys, today we are going to be talking about feminine hygiene, and I'm going to be sharing with you my routine and I hope that you're going to learn something from that routine. So without further ado, let's get straight to the video. Gosh guys, it's so cold today. It's just freezing. I'm taking warm water, hot water. And speaking of water guys, that is my tip number one. Always make sure that you take enough water every day. Make sure that you're hydrating yourself. Make sure that you take at least 8 glasses of water per day. And the reason why you're taking that water is because water helps in flushing out toxins out of your body, and this will ensure that you will pee a lot. You will pee a lot, and you know that peeing just helps flush out toxins and your body will be in tip-top condition. And another thing, if you want to know precisely how much water that you need for your body, just Google and put in your weight, and then you will know how much you need to take according to your weight. So be taking your water. Guys, tip number 2, and this is not only for the ladies, it can apply to anyone. And this is a bit controversial because I know so many people don't do this, but we are always being told wash your hands after you visit the toilet. But this time round, I am going to tell you wash your hands before you visit the toilet. Yes, wash your hands before you visit the toilet, because can you imagine, you have touched so many contaminated places with your hands, and then when you go to the toilet, you're going to wipe yourself up with toilet paper, and you're going to contaminate the toilet paper. So what exactly do? You just make sure that you wash your hands before you do your business in the toilet. This will just get rid of germs in your hands, so that even when you touch this toilet paper, you're not going to contaminate it. If you don't have water nearby, always make sure that you carry some hand sanitizer. Always use hand sanitizer and sanitize your hands before you get into the toilet or when you're in the toilet. And if you have used the tap and you have wiped your hands, never close the tap with the same hands that you cleaned. Make sure after you have cleaned your hands, the same towel paper that you're using to wipe your hands, always use it to close the tap. This will ensure that you don't contaminate yourself back. Yes, and that is tip number 2 for me. And don't forget to wash your hands after you have done whatever you have done in there. Make sure that you wash your hands. Tip number three, guys, is always ensure that the toilet paper you're using is of good quality, because you don't want to leave residues of toilet paper down there when you're done with wiping. Ensure that the toilet paper that you're using is of good quality. These cheap toilet papers, they are always leaving residues, and you don't want that. And I know you cannot be able to carry a whole tissue paper in your toilet paper in your bag. Always make sure you buy this. They're only 10 or 15 bob. Make sure you're always carrying this. They're 10 or 15 shillings, and they are of good quality. They are not going to leave any residue behind. So if you're on the go and you don't have a toilet paper, always ensure that you're using this. Or you're somewhere and you are not sure of the quality of that toilet paper, always carry your own, because these ones, they are usually very good quality, and they are very cheap. Always ensure that you have one of these always in your bag. This is one of the things that you should never leave when you're going out. You should actually never leave this one, and also you should never leave your hand sanitizer anytime that you're going out, because this will just ensure that the toilet paper that you're using is of good quality. You don't want to leave residues down there. It will just increase your chances of getting an infection. So yes, that is tip number 3 from me. And before I forget, before I move to the next tip, always wipe from the front to the back, because the way our anatomy is, our urinary tract is very close to the anus, and if you're not very careful with the way you wipe down there, you're going to introduce infections in there. So always wipe from front to back. Okay guys, so let's move on to our next tip. Guys, tip number 4, you have finished wiping down there with your good quality toilet paper. Let me tell you, I'm going to use a little Kiswahili here. Tissue si mwosho moja. It doesn't clean up like the way you want it to clean. And what do? You can either, if you're at home, you can either get a way that you introduce or get someone to fix a bidet for you, and this, you'll just be washing up after you're done with whatever you're doing there in the toilet. But if you don't have a bidet, you can always use these intimate wipes. You can always use intimate wipes down there, because toilet paper doesn't completely clean up down there. Always ensure that you're having these intimate wipes for using down there. These are just going to make to take your cleanliness to the next level. Yeah, just going to take your cleanliness to the next level. And like this one is you can even get a smaller one than this that you can just throw in your bag, and wherever that you're going, you just use it on the go. But you can also use this in your toilet. Just make sure that you're always having them around. They're even not expensive. I think like this one I bought at 100 and something, and there are like 20 pieces inside. So you see, you're good to go. You can use it for some time. Yeah, always ensure that you have an extra thing to clean yourself down there once you're done with your business. This will ensure that that place is tip top clean. Yes, so let's move on to the next tip number 5, guys, and this is very important. Ladies, when you are done maybe with taking a shower, always ensure that you have a dedicated towel for wiping yourself down there. Always be making sure that you have a towel in the bathroom, some sort of a small towel and a small bucket in the bathroom. And once you are done with bathing, and make sure that you wipe your private area with a clean towel, not the towel that you use for your whole body is the same that towel that you're using to clean yourself down there. Always have a dedicated towel for that job. And once you're done, soak it in whatever detergent that you use and wash it. Have like a few of these towels so that you don't miss one every day, one clean every day. You need to have a clean one every day. So when you're done with wiping yourself with this one, you put it in there and you just soak it and you clean it and you rinse it carefully, and then you just anika uko nje, you just dry it outside and use another one the next day. That is tip number 5 for me. Always ensure that you have a dedicated towel to wipe yourself down there after you have showered. Yeah guys, so let's go to the tip number 6. And this tip, guys, I don't usually do this every day. I usually do this especially when I'm done with my periods, or I feel like there's some sort of discharge down there. That's the only time I usually do this. I usually use panty liners. And by the way, I was so glad to find these panty liners, because most of the panty liners that I come across, they're usually very small. Especially if you have a big body like me, you need panty liners that are a bit large. And these ones are large. Let me just remove one for you to see. Oops. You see, they are quite large. I love that. Most panty liners are usually very small, and I love these ones. They are large. And honestly, as I've said, I don't usually use panty liners every day. I just love my my down there always breathing, because you don't want to be, that's me, that's just me. I don't like putting on panty liners every single day. I usually do that when I have some sort of discharge, or when I'm just done with my periods, because there's usually some discharge for some time because you before you get clean. But that is what I use. I usually use panty liners. And if you're not if you're like me, you don't like using panty liners all the time, make sure that the panty that you're wearing is cotton. Always use a cotton panty, because cotton just absorbs it absorbs fluids, and you're not going to, the more you stay with maybe a nylon panty or some other type of material for your panty, you're not going to let your vagina breathe, and this is just going to that place will never be dry. You'll just always be having moisture, and you're going to introduce infections. Always make sure that the panty that you're wearing is very breathable. It's made of cotton material. Yes, that is tip number 6 from me, guys. So guys, bonus tip guys, this is something that I usually do. I have this, they're called cranberry. They're very good, especially if you want to prevent infections down there. They are not for treating. They are just for prevention. if you want to prevent some UTIs, please make sure you introduce a cranberry supplement, cranberry juice in your everyday routine, because this will ensure that you're not getting infections. Also, be making sure that you take your yogurt. Yogurt has some very good bacteria that are going to, keep your down there. They are going to stabilize the pH down there. Yes, those are just bonus tips that you can take away with you, and that's basically what I do to just ensure that you have tip-top clean. I have tip-top clean down there. And guys, I also have another video about things you should know about your vagina. I will link it up here or in the description box. You can go and watch it. Unfortunately, it is in Kiswahili, but I will try maybe make it in English. And yeah, that's it for today's video. If you have more to tell me, or you feel like there's more that I should be doing, please talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what you do. What is your routine? What do you do to ensure that you're always keeping your down there clean? Just let's talk in the comment section, guys. And this brings me to the end of this video. If you loved this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. And if you really love it, share. You can share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. It really supports my channel, and I really appreciate you being up to this point of this video. It shows that you really watched the whole of this video. And without further ado, bye bye, and let's see each other here next time. Bye. I love you guys.